The idea of Islam is to bring justice to everybody. The Prophet mentioned that help your brother, whether he's oppressing or being oppressed. And when they ask him, we know if he's oppressed, how to help him. But how about if he's oppressing? He said, you stand up and you stop him from doing oppression. So Muslims should stand up and speak up against any oppression, any wrongdoing done, whether in their country, against their government, or against any authority doing something wrong. Because when there's corruption anywhere, will be corruption everywhere.
It's easy to, you said you didn't attack, it's easy to criticize an organization, just as well as I can easily criticize the Middle East Forum. I'm not going to do that. What I do want to point out is that CARE, and again, a number of other organizations, maybe not a number, a few of other organizations, did in fact, or are making that conscious effort to go out and speak on behalf of American Muslims.
Real quick, Daniel, you mention that 3 members
He
of
said
CARE.
4.
Five,
believe.
at least 5. And if I think hard, I can give you their names and all
Have
this
been
effect.
what?
Have either been convicted or indicted or expelled or in other ways connected to terrorism.
So Pfizer, you're disagreeing with this?
I'd be
I
happy
don't
to
know.
provide you with all the details.
I did read on your website a few things, quite a number of allegations. I'm not sure. I don't speak on behalf of an organization that we have 32 chapters. I'm not responsible for some of the individuals, but I do want to respond by saying that it's easy to label other people as terrorists. Again, if you're for the Palestinian cause, automatically you're assumed you're pro-aggression or something like that. So
I'd like to say something. I'd like to say something.
Let Sammy
I'd
say
like to say
something.
something. Thank you. To be honest, I think this banter back and forth about CARE and not CARE, the biggest issue and the biggest problem right now is not necessarily what CARE is doing, what CARE is not doing, but it's more so that everyone who's criticizing CARE and everyone who's criticizing every individual who makes an effort, they never provide a viable alternative. They never provide an option for people, for Muslims, for anybody to stand up and speak. All they do is criticize. All they do is put everyone down. All they do is say, well, Muslims are not doing enough, but they're not helping the cause by doing that. They're not giving Muslim youth a chance to actually speak up and stand for justice, rather than just destroy every effort.
Do you know what Kamal Nawash has been doing?
I'm not saying
Well,
speaking.
he's actually been doing that.
I respect that,
Well,
and I
then
respect
why
that.
are you
If that-
saying that what
no,
you're
I'm saying that the majority of people, Mr. Pipes, the majority of people who actually do stand up and criticize Muslims, they do not give a viable alternative. If Mr. Nawash is actually doing something good in that regard, I appreciate that, but the majority do not. That's
Okay,
the fact.
this actually is a good. I want to point this out because we don't have a lot of time left. We can argue all you want and people can disagree, but it's kind of what you said. What can we do to fix this problem? You know what I mean? Is it a problem, first of all? Kamal actually said something interesting one time. He said, the only way that we as a people, Muslims, can make a profound difference and improve the quality of life for all Muslims is for all of us to make a difference individually. Is that the only thing that we can do, or what are the alternatives? What can we do to make the situation better?
Look, I think he's correct that there haven't been too many alternatives. I mean, certainly we're trying, but we're small and so on. Hopefully there are many more. Look, I'm not trying to attack CARE. CARE does do a lot of good things for Muslim. I don't deny it, but there are also issues. But the CARE is not the issue here. My main point is we have shown as a community, as a Muslim community, and by the way, I consider myself a conservative Muslim, and I also have serious issues with Israel. I'm a Palestinian, okay? But even as a Palestinian who has serious issues with Israel and what it did, I will never support an organization like Hamas, no matter how much I support the Palestinian cause. And I think that's where Muslims have failed in the past. But moreover, we have shown that we can show our outrage when we want to. The most recent example is when we had the cartoons with the Prophet. And I don't know, can you give me other examples where we've shown incredible outrage? I mean, there's many.
Sure.
I just
The
can't think of it.
rumors of the Quran, Islam's holy
Yeah.
book, being
So
flushed down
we've
the
shown-
toilet at Gitmo, etc.
We've shown, but even if it's not rumor, but we've shown when we get upset, we can show incredible outrage. So I guess what the world want to see and what we need to show, we need to send a clear message to Bin Laden, to Yassin, to whoever that, hey guys, what you're doing is wrong. And just the same kind of outrage
Yeah.
we show when someone defames the prophet, we need to show against these people. And we don't do that. I don't know why.
Here's the thing: the Quran, Islam's holy book, in the most certain terms, tells us that God changes not what is in a people until they change what is in themselves. You ask what we can do. The first thing that we can do here in America is Muslims can look deep into themselves and use the precious freedoms that we've got here to think, express, challenge, and be challenged without fear of government retaliation for doing so. We Muslims are not using those freedoms to speak up about the atrocities that are being committed in the name of our own religion. And yes, it's true, I just want to acknowledge that some of us are targeted for profiling, harassment, and so forth. Myself, during the Gulf War, in kinder, gentler Canada, I was expelled from a government institution for absolutely no reason, simply because I was under suspicion for being a Muslim. But that never stopped me from recognizing that in this part of the world, we can, in fact, dare to criticize fellow Muslims without worrying about what the government is going to do to us. Sadly, Fauzia, what we have to worry about is what our fellow Muslims will do to us, and that's what I'd like you to address.
Real quick, so the general consensus is that Muslims need to speak up, but
Yes.
are you agreeing with this?
No, definitely. Muslims need to speak
But
up.
what about the intimidation that we face from fellow Muslims?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I feel like I can't speak on behalf of the entire community, but I can definitely speak on behalf of myself. The persecution of any other human being, it goes back to what Sammy had pointed out earlier about being connected to humanity. Like, we're all human beings. So if there's if a fellow Muslim is being persecuted, I myself would definitely go and support him or her. Now, what I do want to comment is you mentioned the allegations of the Quran being thrown in the toilet, and you had mentioned about Muslims not, speaking out against certain things and taking a proactive approach. I know I'm from Pace University, and I know we had issues the past month and a half, about a month, of the Quran being thrown in a toilet. And these aren't allegations, these are actual facts, what actually took place. Priscilla's from Pace as well. And what did we do? We did not go up in arms. We did not go, protest and yell at our administration for not carrying out the proper protocols in determining the hate crime. No, we did not go burning flags. We took that proactive approach as individuals and as our group on campus, and took an educational approach. Actually, we're doing an Islam 101, and again, this is not something that's going to particularly focus on Islam, but we are taking that approach and getting raising religious tolerance, not so much of Islam only, but we are taking that approach. We are making the efforts, whether they are from individuals or as groups. It's in the making. I know in the youth, it's definitely in the making.
I just quickly want to add something very quickly. And I mean, likewise, you said Pace University, Rutgers University, the same thing. When there was a huge protest and backlash to Hamas's activities and whatnot by the Rutgers Hillel, I actually took the initiative with a few Jewish students and another Muslim student, and we went and we founded an organization called Human Development Project, which essentially was to be founded on community service between the Jewish and the Muslim communities, to unite them on common purpose, on a common humanity, without discussing politics, without having to bring that in, because eventually, when you gain that foundation of respect, then you can discuss politics. But if there's no respect between individuals to begin with, you'll never get anywhere. And that's the biggest thing that people lack today, is they lack respect for each other. So that's something that I just wanted to point out.
It's public knowledge that Irshad Manji has had to have all sorts of protection because of the things she said critical about Islam.
Yeah, let's
It's
make
not
this clear.
enough to say,
Irshad, you get death threats on a constant basis.
it's not enough to say, oh, I'm against that. Where is the support for her? Where is CARE supporting Irshad Manji?
Everyone has you mentioned the freedoms of this country and democratic ideals. We have the right to express how we feel about it. So as an individual, you, or as an individual myself, can express our views. Where are the organizations? I didn't know that I don't know if you even approached CARE. Again, I don't work there anymore. I do, and I'm still tied to the organization. But I don't know if you've made an effort to contact CARE. I'm not sure of
Yes,
that.
as a matter of fact, I have, and they threatened to sue me.
CARE has threatened to sue you. Again,
On what basis? For what?
I'm not going to get into it because it's totally,
Again-
a distraction from the real issues at hand. But that's, part of the problem is that intimidation from fellow Muslims is what Muslims in America are struggling with. And they don't even have the room to break the silence about that because they are so afraid. Fawzia, I speak at universities clear across this country. And over again, young Muslims in the book signing lineups come up to me to whisper thank you in my ear. And when I know I'm not going to make them defensive by asking them, this question, I say, why are you whispering it? Why not say it out loud? And over again, let me just finish. Over and over again, they tell me, Irshad, you have the luxury of being able to walk away from this campus 2 hours from now, but I don't. I don't want to be stalked. And in many cases, the girls say to me, I don't want to be raped for being known to be a supporter of yours from their own fellow Muslims. You
again,
can't deny this
you
reality.
made one good point, and that is that's a totally separate discussion from this entire thing.
I don't think so. I
to-
think it's
to
about
see-
speaking out and what the barriers to speaking out against injustice are within the Muslim community. All Muslims in this country, regardless of where you come from, do have access to the freedoms that allow us to have honest conversations about Islam without fear of being, persecuted by the government.